Good evening and welcome on time. So I'm Faith Lois, and basically what BIMI Consulting does, we have three main services, which are first we orientate students, graduates and postgraduates through their applications to scholarship, both home and abroad, depending on which programs they choose. And then secondly, we help startups, entrepreneurs, students, basically anybody which is in search of funding or grants from programs both home and abroad too. And then people write their CVs, resumes, um, applications, essays, or whatever. And we also orientate you to visa consulting. So that's basically what BIMI Consulting does.
Okay.
For this session of today, we'll be having Mr. Ngala, which is going to take us through the training session of tips of secure. And then I'll leave the floor to Mr. Ngala so he can better orientate us through this phase. So I want you all to please turn off your mics and be attentive. Okay, Mr. Ngala, you have the floor. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Madam Faith. Good evening to everyone. I believe you can all see my screen. You cannot see my screen indicate, or you can see my screen indicate. Write in the comment section, please. Let me know that you're seeing my screen.
I can see your screen, sir.
All right. Basically, today we're going to be talking about staying safe online. Creating a balance between your online life and life offline. That's basically our topic for our focus today. You just permit me go through the slides. While going through the slides, I'll be able to explain, and at the end of the slides, we'll have a practical example on something we can do to better stay safe online. All right, our agenda for today is basically, first, we're going to be identifying the threats that are online. We're going to be seeing the common mistakes we all make while online. And thirdly, we're going to be looking at the way out, how to stay and serve safely, how to be able to make your purchases online for those who are into purchasing, and how to be able to also sell online freely without being scared of being hacked or whatever. So, brief introduction about me. This is my name. I'm Ngala Percy. I'm an IT guy. Basically, I'm into IT, into information technology. Also a student studying networks and security. That's basically what I do as far as IT is concerned. I also do maintenance and installations, network installation, security installations, computer installation as well. All right, straight into the topic for today. I have some statistics to show you guys. Firstly, I want to let you guys know, did you know that statistics show that for every home, the number of devices present are 2 times equivalent to the population in that house? Give, for example, we have 10 people on this call. I would say that the number of devices we have, the number of devices owned by these 10 people is more than the 10 people that we have here. In your homes, your various houses, you have more devices in that house than there are people in that house. Give for example, let me use myself as an example. I have a phone, I have a laptop, and in some cases, people have 2 phones and a laptop. Some people have 3 phones. You want to see that for one person alone, the person has about two devices or 3 devices. And this actually calls for security to those devices. If you have devices, you should be able to secure them. Secondly, most businesses and individuals, companies as well can be found on the internet. And services are offered online, from selling to buying to retailing. You can find basically any service online nowadays. And all these services help individuals, help businesses to make money and deliver goods and services faster and more easier. Now, an average of 3.8 billion people use social media, and people spend average of 144 minutes on social media every day. Have you calculated the time you spend on social media? You have spent on social media today: WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. There's an average of 144 minutes you spend on social media every day. So if you calculate in a week, you will know the amount of time you spend online. Next thing is, did you also know that there is a consistent evolution to transform life and make everything and everyone go digital? Nowadays, you don't even have to work with cash again. There is mobile money. Everybody prefers putting money online. There are businesses online. People have to just stay in their houses and they're able to run their business from wherever. Bimi has clients in Nigeria, out of the country, and in fact, all over, but they're able to sit in Cameroon and run their businesses. I think that there are other business people here who are able to sit where they are and run their businesses worldwide. That is the advantage the internet has given us. With the internet, you discover that life is generally made easy. I think all of us can accept that life has been made easy with the use of internet. But then let's look at the other side of it. Did you also know that social media platforms suffer data breaches at least once or twice every year, losing millions of personal and private information? Your information given online can be lost as due to data breaches, which social media suffers those data breaches every year. At least every year, you must have at least one or two data breaches from one particular social media platform. Secondly, information is the most wanted commodity, and people will do whatever to get information. Information is like it's on high demand. Everybody is in need of information. You want to know what is happening at a particular place at a particular point in time. That's why you keep on checking your status to see what somebody is doing. In fact, you keep on updating your status and you keep on checking your status because you are in need of those information. You are in need of information either for your business, for comedy, for fun, for advertisements. You are in need of the information. Next, there is a high percentage chance that information about you is being sold or has been sold or is being sold on the dark web as we speak. Are you on social media? I would want to shock you that it's either your information has already been sold or is being sold as we speak presently. And as much as the internet is facilitating a lot of transactions, there are others who use it to cause havoc. Now, statistics show that 3 of every 5 companies report data breaches every day. Every day there is a data breach, and it shows that 3 out of every 5 companies will report a data breach. Next is now we're going to talk about who needs information. We've established the point that information is in fact, it's a commodity that everybody wants. Everybody is in need of information. Now, who needs the information? Your internet service provider, MTN, Orange, Camtel, all of those people, they need information about you. They need, this is personal, this is somebody here. Person needs information from LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and from the internet in general. Now, your internet service provider needs information concerning you. Everything you do online, it goes through your internet service provider. Everything you do online passes through your internet service provider. Now, there's another set of people that need information. We have the government, we have government bodies, we have enterprises that need information. Now, in the middle here, we have hackers. These people are also hunting information on a daily basis. Like they need information from you, and you give out this information with or without knowing that you're giving them information. We're going to take scenarios of how information is given out. Let's use, for example, your WhatsApp status. I think that most of us, if not all, we posted what we ate today. Those that did not eat posted that they are craving for something. Those that were traveling posted that they are traveling somewhere. And that's information you are giving out to everyone without knowing that you are giving out vital information concerning that's something private that you're supposed to keep to yourself, but then you're sharing it out with everybody. I think all of us posted on, majority of us at least had a status today to, it might have been at work, it might have been you on transit somewhere, it might have been you having a nice time somewhere, you're like, oh, I'm here with this so and so person, and that's information you are releasing. Now, we are going to be talking about cybersecurity. This is where cybersecurity comes in. With the information you give out, how safe are you online? We have established the fact that there are more devices than people. Now, before you go to sleep on a daily basis, you make sure that your doors are shut. Make sure that the gate is locked, the doors are well sealed. In fact, your house is well secured. Do you make sure that your devices as well are secured? Imagine that you're running a multi-million business online. How secure is that business you're running? What do you put in place to ensure that your business is secure? And this is where cybersecurity comes in. What is cybersecurity? It is the collection of measures and practices taken to protect computers, networks, programs, or systems from cyber attacks. In order to stay safe online, you should be able to protect when you connect a device online, you should be able to protect the device you connect online. If you connect your social media online, you should be able to protect the account you connect online. If you connect a computer, whatever you connect online, you have to be able to secure whatever you connect. So that's where cybersecurity falls. And it's also to tell you guys that cybersecurity is for everyone. It is not for a particular set of people who maybe are into computer, who are doing networking, who are doing software. No, it's for everyone, because I believe that all of us here have accounts. We are on WhatsApp, we are on Facebook, we are on LinkedIn, we are on other platforms, TikTok and the rest. Those accounts you create, how do you secure them? How do you ensure that someone somewhere is not maybe monitoring what you're doing or has information concerning your private life? We're going to go further to talk about how they actually get your information. In as much as you're supposed to secure information, there are a lot of things that we do that releases information about us. Now, how would someone malicious be able to get information concerning you and use it against you? First is social engineering. This is one of the most used methods in which information is gotten. Now, what is social engineering? Social engineering is the art of a manipulation technique that exploits human error to gain private information, assets, or valuables. Now, we already made mention of the fact that information is a wanted commodity by everybody. Like, everybody craves for information. Now, social engineering, they use this as a technique to exploit human error and to gain private information, to gain access or valuables. Now, the information gotten might not necessarily be, you might not necessarily be the target. Because nowadays, when you ask somebody to secure the account, they're like, I don't have anything to hide. There's nothing to hide. So if they hack me, what will they get? You might not be the primary target. They might be aiming for somebody and they are using you as a target, as a medium to get to a particular person, to get to someone else, to get to a particular company, and so on. Most companies that have data breaches nowadays are as a result of social engineering. They went through an individual due to ignorance or maybe excitement. This individual clicked on a particular link, which gave access to the hacker, which gave company access to the hacker. Secondly, we're going to be seeing phishing. Phishing is a form of social engineering. Now, it is a practice of sending fraudulent communication that appear to come from a reputable source. It is usually performed through email. there are other methods in which it's performed. You have email, you have normal messages, you have calls, and I think those are the methods in which it is being performed. There's smishing and phishing. Phishing is voice, that's phishing through calls. Smishing, that's SMSing. It is phishing through normal messages, sending message on behalf of a company, whereas you don't have any affiliation to that company. Examples of these messages are the normal free internet that is rampant everywhere. The MTN is sharing 50 gigabyte. Click on this link to get yours. Hurry, there are free spots to go to Qatar. Click on this link to fill in some information, and you will have a free spot to go to Qatar. Dangote is sharing bags of cement. And a lot of these messages that we keep receiving on social media every day, which are not from authentic sources and are out to take information from you and use it against you. Now, there is also eavesdropping. Now, eavesdropping refers to the listening of private conversations and or observing private conduct without obtaining consent from the party being watched. Imagine you're typing your password, someone just comes and stands behind or maybe by your side, and you're not conscious of the fact that there's somebody by your side. You are busy typing a password or typing your credentials for a particular, maybe for a bank, your social media platform, your social media handle, you're typing sensitive information, and the person is just sitting beside you. The person is able to eavesdrop on what you're doing without your consent. The person is able to get information concerning you and able to use that information against you as well. Now we have dumpster diving. Dumpster diving is looking for treasure in someone's trash. That's the best way to describe dumpster diving. An example I will use that all of us, I think we are familiar with is printing. When you go to print maybe your ID card and it does not come out well, it's not clear enough. What do you do with that particular copy that does not come out? Do you dispose of it? Do you tear it off? Do you what do you do with that particular? Someone's mic is. All right. What do you do with that particular piece of information that you printed and it has not come out well? Do you dispose of it? Do you tear it off, or you leave it with the documentation? Now, this is information you are releasing and you're keeping with an untrusted source. You don't know what they can do with that particular set of information you keep with them. That's dumpster diving. Looking for treasure inside someone's trash. You feel that the information is not necessary. Well, it does not have use for you again, but that piece of information can be used by someone else to cause havoc, to cause to attack you as an individual or maybe as a company in general. One of the things I wanted to emphasize on today was passwords, because since we're talking about securing social media handles, we must make mention of this. There are a lot of passwords nowadays that people just create and the passwords are not strong. They are either easily accessible, they share their passwords with people, and in fact, it makes it easier for someone to get access to your account. Now, there's this quote that says that passwords are like underwears. You don't let people see it, and you should change it very often. Okay, change it very often, not as in changing it every day, but at least change it often. You must not have, you should not have a particular password, let's say for a year, or maybe for 4 or 5 months. Within 3 months, it must not be a varied duration. It must not be a steady duration. It can vary from maybe 1 month, 2 months. You change your passwords and you don't share it out with people. I don't think any of us here would in the right state of mind, will just take his underwear and walking around and showing people. Same thing with your password. Your password is not something to walk around and show people. These are some of the basic things that we do that grants access to our to our life online, grants private access to our private information, that grants access to our accounts. Most nowadays, you have accounts that are hacked on daily basis. In fact, accounts are hacked on daily basis, and it is due to one of the most easiest ways to get people's accounts is actually the human factor, because we are prone to errors, we are prone to mistakes. It's just to get someone's point of interest to know that, okay, Bini Consulting is interested in helping people apply for scholarships, helping people gain. So let me just post something that has to do with scholarship on the Bini platform. And a lot of people will be interested since that's what they are looking for. And I just create draft something that will enable, looks realistic, even though it is for me, but then it actually looks like it looks authentic. And you on the other side, you actually just click or follow the information, and you give access to your private life, you give access to your online life, you give access to maybe your company and other things that you are under your keeping. Now, we're going to look on how we could stay safe. How can you stay safe? How can you serve with all the challenges and all the difficulties that are plaguing social media, that are plaguing the internet nowadays? How are you able to browse? How can you go on the internet and be secure? How can you go on the internet and be safe and feel safe? First thing is, be careful what you post. The internet does not forget. Not everything must be posted. Be able to draw the line between private and public information. Be able to know what you must post online. Be able to know what you should not post online. Be able to know where to stop. Where to stop. There are information that you can share. You must advertise your business online, but concerning your business, there are stuff that you don't post online. You're working in a company and you snap a picture with a badge, your company badge, maybe around your neck, on your hand, or wherever, and you're like, a nice day at work, today has been hectic, and all that. These are information. In fact, having your badge online is actually a security threat on your side and the side of your company. And there are a lot of these things that we do that gives out information. So be careful what you post. And remember that not everything must be posted. Not everything must go to your social media status. Not everything must go to your social WhatsApp status. Not everything must reach Facebook. Facebook must not know that you went to Douala within the weekend. You had amazing weekend in Douala. Facebook must not know that you're traveling back to Yaoundé. Facebook must not know that you're doing this or you're doing that. As long as it does not help promote your business or promote what you're doing. There are even informations that will help promote your business, but you must not post them on social media. Now, we talked about passwords. We talked about credentials. Multi-factor authentication. It has to do with your credentials. Now, it is you're supposed to use multi-factor authentication. It's broadly broken down into what you have, which is a fingerprint. There is fingerprint. There is face recognition. There's also retina scanner. That's what you have. Now, what you know has to do with a password and has to also do with a token. Most of the times, what people use is passwords. Passwords are most common. And you also have what you are. These are the three variables that you can activate as far as your social media handles are concerned. As far as your accounts are concerned, you can activate, you should activate a multi-factor authentication that helps you secure your account. Instead of just using a password to log into your account, after putting a password, you need a verification PIN, you need a verification code, you need to confirm it from another device, you need another you need something else. That's what multi-factor authentication is all about. After putting in maybe your first set of credentials, you need to confirm it using a PIN, a code that is being sent to you by the platform you're using. Now, use different passwords for different platforms. There are people here who have one password for all their accounts, from Facebook to LinkedIn to WhatsApp, no, from Facebook to LinkedIn to Instagram to TikTok to Twitter. You're using one Facebook for all of one password for all of those things. It is actually dangerous on your side, because imagine that you're able to gain access to one of those platforms. That means that the person has access to all of your accounts. Now, what constitutes a strong password? Your password must contain characters, letters, numbers, and symbols, and you have to mix them. It must not be something common to you. Like, they must not look at you and know that, okay, this person's password is the person's, like most of us do. You have your name and maybe the first 4 or last 4 digits of your phone number, your name and your date of birth, the name of your card, and the year you graduated from high school. Some set of common passwords. The password should not actually be something common, but it should be something you can remember. Think before you act. Research before clicking. Nowadays, information is shared on WhatsApp, about opportunities, and they're like, it ends today. Click now. Hurry, you're going to miss your spot. And one thing I would say is research on the information. For every link you receive and they're asking you to click, be able to verify the source of the link, where it is taking you to. If you're not sure of where that link is taking you to, don't click. And you can also, it's not compulsory that you click the link from maybe the WhatsApp message they have sent to you. You can get to Google, make Google your friend. A lot of us don't want to use Google, don't like using Google. I don't know why. But make Google your friend. Find out, okay, there is they'll send you a message that Dangote is sharing bags of cement. Get online, ask, search it out online. You're going to see it on Google, and I think it's better you click it from Google. If MTN is sharing free data, go to the MTN website, check to verify. It's not that maybe when someone sends you a link that there's free data, MTN is sharing, Cantel is sharing free data, Microsoft is celebrating 50 years and they are giving away this free information. Be able to verify the source of the information, where it is taking you to, before clicking the link. Next thing is stay safe online is also creating awareness. Creating awareness for individuals, for companies, for enterprises, for organizations generally. Humans remain the weakest link. If someone having an iPhone 13, we all say that iPhones are more secure than maybe Android phones. But someone having an iPhone 13 without the awareness of how to stay safe is still as vulnerable as maybe someone with an Android. It falls back to the person using the device and not necessarily the device. Because if you are knowledgeable, if you are aware of the threats that are available online, you'll be able to stay safe. You'll be able to know what to do and what not to do, where to draw the line. But if you feel that, okay, the devices are better, like, okay, I'll get the most secure device, and I'm not knowledgeable on how to secure the device, you are as vulnerable as somebody who does not have a secured device. So watch out with the device you use, and make sure that as much as you're trying to get a device that has security, you're also aware of the threats, and you're able to secure yourself. Now, the most important is zero trust. Don't trust anybody when it comes to credentials, when it comes to your social media platforms. Don't trust anybody. Except it's your spouse. Okay, we can exempt spouse. Okay, you can, maybe when after you're married, you can now share maybe one bank account and others. There are things that maybe you guys share in common now, but I will emphasize on zero trust. You don't say you trust somebody so much that you're able to give the person your password. You don't say you trust somebody so much that you're able to give the person access to certain information concerning your private life. So these are things that we should be able to put in place. There are other security measures you can put in place to help secure your account online, to help secure your private life. Now, we're going to be doing a practical example on creating a multi-factor authentication on Facebook. Given the time we have, I think that we're just going to do for Facebook. I believe that most of us we are not using multi-factor authentication. We are not you use just your password, as in you feel that your password is enough, whereas it is not enough. It is not enough to secure your account online. I would love that if you have your phone with you, you can also head to Facebook with me, and we're going to look at security measures you can put in place to secure your account. Most of these things are they go round for they go around for most platforms. So if you're able to do it for Facebook, you're able to also do it for WhatsApp, and you're able to do it for your other social media platforms. Now, I think all of us on Facebook, so we move together. Am I going too fast? Are we together? You have a question? No, sorry, we'll take questions at the end. If we are just write in the comment section if we are together. But if you have a question now, you can go ahead to ask. If you have a worry, if I was too fast, if there's something you did not understand, or if there's something I did not explain well enough, you can ask your questions. So I take questions now, then we have maybe 5 to 7 minutes to go through some configurations on Facebook. Okay, I'm seeing a hand. Mr. Tata Derek.
Hello, guys. Good evening. Exciting session and full with a lot of knowledge. All right. So, what actually captivated my attention is more of a contribution I have, not a question, and to actually send someone somewhere to gather a lot of information. I want to talk about the fact you were talking about data. Data is gold. Data is everything. Everyone needs data now. Countries are attacking different countries because of data. Data is basically everything. So yesterday I found on a very exciting software, or not a software, a website, where I was able to, the owner of the website brought out tricky things hidden in terms and conditions. The terms and conditions we accept before joining Facebook, before joining Instagram, before joining Twitter, and you can name them. The terms and conditions are very tricky. I just want to read one of the terms and conditions I saw. I'm talking about this because he mentioned data. So I'll take the terms and conditions of Facebook. One of the terms and conditions says, Facebook stores your data, whether you have an account or not. First thing. Secondly, it says your identity is used in ads. I'll definitely share it with you guys. Your identity is used in ads that are shown to other users. The third critical one says, the service can read your private messages. So your private messages can be read by Facebook. The fourth one says, this service can view your browser history. This simply means that every website you go on or everything you search, Facebook can see what you searched. And once they see what you searched, they can easily propose something to you. I'll give you a very simple example. You need a shoe. You go on the website, you're looking for good shoes. The next thing you go on Facebook, Facebook is proposing shoes to you. You are like, how did these people even know I need shoes? Yes, if you've paid attention or you've seen in relation to something you like, if you are a church person or you go to church, or hardly see you hardly see about whiskey proposing you to appear on your page. And the fourth one says deleted content is not really deleted. That is Facebook. That's just an example for Facebook. I have it for Amazon, for Instagram, Wikipedia, before you join any social media platform. Always make sure you try to read. If you are okay with it, you accept because you want to join Facebook. But if you're not okay with that, do not accept. And I will equally ask you to read about for those doing the passport, the Cameroon passport. When you open the browser to read, so accept the terms, this new passport. And most of us do not read it. We go down and we click it. But believe me, there are equally a lot of tricky things there. I have read it. I know what I'm talking about. So that's just a kind of contribution or a little contribution I want to put to add a little. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Mr. Derek, for your contributions. And we can add this to a list of things we will have to do in order to secure your account. Be able to go through policies. Most of us just accept without having to read what it says. And there are a lot of information that are behind privacy policies. If you're able to go through it, I think that it also helps secure your online life. All right, thank you very much, sir. Is there any other question, any other contribution? Feel free to ask your questions. Is there something we rushed over that you did not understand? Something we did not explain, I did not explain well enough? You would wonder we go over it again. Okay. All right. If you have a question, you just type in the chat box. I'll go ahead to show you some security measures that you could put. Let me stop sharing my screen for a minute. That you could put in place to help you have more control over your accounts. We're using Facebook as an example because I believe that most people here have Facebook accounts, if not all. I think the majority of people here have Facebook accounts. All right. Now, I believe we can all see my screen. So, we're heading to get to the setting. When you get to the settings of your personal account on Facebook, you have all this information concerning yourself. We're going to go to security and login because that's what concerns us. Notice that on Facebook, you're able to see the devices where you're logged in. Presently, it shows me that I am logged on a Windows PC. It shows you the browser you're using and where you're connected from. It shows you that you're connected presently in Yaoundé, shows you where you're connected from. It also shows, in fact, all the devices you've ever connected your account into. If you have not removed it from here, if you get here, you're able to see all the devices your account has been connected to, the ones that are active and the ones that are not active. On the place of passwords, you can change your passwords, can save login info. Now, there is also a two-factor authentication. We earlier spoke about multi-factor authentication. There is, you see mine is on. After putting my password, I still have to I still receive a code that without that code, I cannot have access to my account. I still have to input that code and other security measures that I have in place in order to secure my account. So these are some of the steps that you could take to actually make sure that your account is to check the authority over your account. Are you sharing your account with someone? There are a lot of us that we might be using the same account with people without knowing because you you actually forgot to log out, and the person keeps using your account without your knowledge. So after a certain period of time, the person can even log you out of your own account, and it's just because of the access you gave to such a person. Now, there are a lot of other security measures you could put in place from Facebook, from your Google account, from any other platform where you have an account, and it will also help you to have a bit of control over your account. So that's actually the what I had to share with all of us. If you have a question, I'm still open to take questions and contributions. I'm seeing people here, so I believe that if we have understood, we must have questions. If we have not understood, we should still have questions. So one way or the other, I'm expecting questions. All right. In the absence of a question or another contribution, I would believe that we have all understood and we are actually going home to better secure our accounts. So I'm going to hand the floor over back to to Madam Faith, sorry, and she's going to close the session. Thank you very much. I am Ngala Percy. You can find me on Facebook, on LinkedIn as Ngala Percy. Thank you very much.
Okay, Percy. Thank you very much. Before we hand it to the moderator, Madam Faith, first I would want to congratulate you and also thank you for taking out time to educate us on some of these tips. I think as a computer engineer, a telecom engineer, there were a couple of things I was still doing wrong. So I can imagine what those who are not IT literates can be doing on the internet. So thank you for reminding some of us and also opening the minds of other persons. I don't know if Mr. Tata is still there. I have a question for him. Okay, Mr. Tata is still there. Yeah, Mr. Tata, thank you also for jumping in at short notice. I have a question with regards to terms and conditions. The example you used, Facebook. The terms and conditions, is it possible if somebody accepted those terms and conditions for Facebook?
It's like I lost you.
Okay, can you get me now?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can get you. Are you getting me, Mr. Tata?
I didn't get the question. I think I lost you while you were talking. No, I just lost you.
Okay. With regards to the terms and conditions of Facebook, which you use as an example, is it possible that if somebody accepted those terms and conditions when creating the account, then when you decide to delete the account or when you decide to delete your account, what happens? Was there any clause there talking about what happens to your data? Take for instance, the fact that they get to use your data, your browser history and the rest. Is there anything on those terms and conditions talking about what happens to that data when you delete?
Okay, that's a very good question. So some of them, I think that should be Facebook too. It says once your account is deleted, the only thing that happens is other people are unable to see you, but it is not actually deleted. This has Facebook was, she deleted her Facebook account and she needed something, data from that Facebook. It was like a year and above. I started searching, able to download every Facebook or from her account, which was not entirely deleted. She deactivated the account, but Facebook did not delete it. What they did is just archive it. So what happens is they archive everything. They do not delete it entirely. And your data can be used, or most of the time, quite terrible network here today, especially for adverts. So your data is basically used for adverts. Even if you delete the information, even if you delete the information or everything, it stays, it sticks to Facebook. So I mean, I've seen that. I'm speaking from an experience that I've had. So even after your account is being deleted, Facebook still uses it for maybe for advert, or maybe propose a friendship, or try to build a network of people with similar minds. So if they realize you talk a lot about entrepreneurship, what they do is they try to bring you up, or to pair you up with people who talk about entrepreneurship too. All of a sudden, you see Facebook start proposing you to add them as friends and so on. So you decide to leave Facebook, your data doesn't go anywhere. As you logged in or you registered an account, your data stays with them, and it is part of the terms and conditions. It is written there, boldly written. I don't know if I've attempted your question.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Tata.
All right.
You've answered my question. Thank you.
All right. I think that we earlier made mention as well that in the internet does not forget. In as much as you post and you feel that you've deleted it, it's still there somewhere. Thank you very much, sir, for your contributions, and thank you very much.
Okay, I think we can hand it to the moderator, Madam Faith. Madam Faith, you have the floor.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Mark. Thank Ngala for this session. I've learned so much. I believe there was so much about cyberspace here. So, just going through briefly on what Ngala said, we had a brief introduction on what we needed to know when we get online. We also had a who needs information, government, social life, whenever you show, and then mentioned something about how to talk about change and talk about development. So you also went on with the private life, what goes. You should also be able to use different passwords for different online accounts, and then there was
Faith, we can actually get you well.
so focused on that because you can. Okay now.
Yeah, Faith, it seems you're far from your microphone. We're not getting you very well.
Okay, is it okay now?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I measures Ngala about how we could secure different private, maybe not social media, Google email, whatever. And then he precise on zero trust. Like that was what I even mostly captured, because you could share your information with your family members, thinking I never used it before, but then those are people who actually steal for you. Or hack your account and other stuff. So he ended with a brief exercise on Facebook. Like, so far I was very inspired by the training, and I hope every other person was inspired too. Yeah, it's past 8. So thank you, Mr. Ngala. Thank you, Mr. Derek, for your